Hey there, if you're looking to start an Amazon FBA business and you want to set up an LLC, then you've come to the right place. In this video, I'm going to walk you through everything that you need to know about setting up an Amazon FBA LLC step by step. I'll make this as straightforward as possible so that you can get your business up and running super quickly. All right, so let's name the 5 main steps to forming your LLC for your Amazon FBA business. We'll go through each one in detail so that you know exactly what to do. First, you'll need to choose a name for your LLC. Second, you'll need to find a registered agent. Third, you'll file your articles of organization. Fourth, you'll get an EIN number. And fifth, you'll create an operating agreement. So step 1 is naming your LLC. There are some rules that you need to follow when naming your business. Your name must include limited liability company, LLC or LC, or some variation of that. The name also can't be misleading or confusingly similar to any existing business or government agency, and it needs to be distinctive and original. You can actually do a free name search using your state's business entity database to make sure that your chosen name is available, and I recommend picking something that reflects your Amazon business, but is also broad enough to allow you to expand in the future. Step 2 is finding a registered agent. A registered agent is a person or a company that accepts legal documents on behalf of your business, and this is required in every state. Your registered agent must have a physical address in the state where you're forming your LLC, and they need to be available during normal business hours to receive documents. You can be your own registered agent, but I don't recommend it just because, your address becomes public and, you need to be available during all hours of the day to receive documents. Step 3 is filing your articles of organization, sometimes called a certificate of formation, depending on your state. This is the document that officially creates your LLC. You'll need to include your LLC's name, your registered agent's information, the purpose of your LLC, and management structure. The filing fee varies by state, typically ranging from $100 to $500. This is a mandatory fee and you'll have to pay regardless of how you file. For Amazon FBA sellers, I recommend forming your LLC in the state where you actually live, not in states like Delaware or Wyoming, unless you actually live there. While those states do have tax advantages, you'll just end up having to register as a foreign LLC in your home state anyway, which means double the fees, double the paperwork, and not fun. Step 4 is getting an EIN, or Employer Identification Number. Think of this as a social security number for your business. You'll need this to open a business bank account, file taxes, and hire employees if you ever expand. Getting an EIN is free through the IRS website, and you can do it in just a few minutes once your LLC is approved. Step number 5 is creating an operating agreement. And while not required in all states, I do strongly recommend it, especially if you have a business with partners. This document outlines how your LLC will be run, including ownership percentages, member responsibilities, profit distribution, and what happens if somebody wants to leave the company. For Amazon sellers, I recommend including specific clauses about inventory management and brand responsibilities. Now, after forming your LLC, there are a few important things that you do need to do specifically for your Amazon FBA business. First is to keep your business and personal finances completely separate. You want to open a business checking account and get a business credit card in your LLC's name. This maintains your liability protection, which is one of the main reasons to form an LLC in the first place. Second is to register for sales tax permits in states where you have nexus. With Amazon FBA, your inventory is stored in multiple states, which creates sales tax obligations. Amazon will collect the tax for you in most states now, but you still do need to register. Third is to consider getting business insurance. As an Amazon seller, product liability insurance is particularly important since you could be held responsible if a product you sell causes harm to somebody. Now, if all this sounds overwhelming, then don't worry, you don't have to do all of this yourself. I personally recommend using Northwest Registered Agent to handle all the LLC formation stuff. They've helped thousands of Amazon sellers set up their LLCs correctly, and I've actually used them personally for myself in multiple businesses. Let me walk you through how easy it is to use Northwest. If you click on the exclusive discount link in the description below, it will take you directly to their website. Once there, click on the button to get started. You'll be asked what type of business you're starting and in what state. Select LLC and choose the state where you want to form your LLC. Again, I recommend your home state for most Amazon sellers. Next, you'll name your company, enter the name you've chosen, making sure it follows all the naming rules that we discussed earlier. Then you'll specify the purpose of your business, and you can simply put e-commerce or retail sales here. After that, just provide your business address. Then you'll enter the members of the LLC, and that's going to be you or any of the business partners that you have. And then you fill in your contact information so that Northwest can reach you with any questions about your filing. And at this point, you can select any additional services that you might need, like getting an EIN or setting up a trademark for your Amazon brand. I definitely recommend at least getting the EIN service to make things simpler. And finally, you submit your payment and Northwest will handle the rest for you. They'll prepare all the documents, file them with the state, and even serve as your registered agent for the first year. The whole process takes only 3 to 5 minutes to complete on your end, which is exactly why I recommend it to everybody, because it makes starting your LLC a complete breeze, while ensuring that everything is done correctly. One more thing that's particularly important for Amazon sellers: make sure that you update your Amazon account with your new LLC information once it's formed. You'll need to go into your seller settings and update your business information, tax information, and bank account details to reflect your new LLC. Setting up an LLC for your Amazon business is definitely one of the smartest things that you can do for your business. It protects your personal assets, gives you tax flexibility, makes your business look more polished and professional to customers and suppliers. Plus, having an LLC makes it easier to sell your Amazon business down the road if you ever decide to exit. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe for more content on FBA and business formation. Drop any questions you have in the comments below, and I'll do my best to answer them. All the resources mentioned in this video are linked in the description, including the special discount for Northwest Registered Agent. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.